Hello, it's Charles with Uber Eats. Today is Friday, April 10th, 2026, and I am blessed and grateful because I received the precious gift of tomorrow with God's wake-up call this morning, and I got to see another day here in beautiful, sunny, warm Tampa, Florida. And you also woke up this morning and received that precious gift of tomorrow with God's wake-up call, and you got to see another day here on earth. Tomorrow is a precious gift to receive, and not everybody got God's wake-up call this morning after going to bed last night. So I, for one, am most definitely blessed and feel grateful to the good Lord for giving me another day here on earth. God is good. God is great. Always and always. Amen. I'm sitting outside here in my car at my normal spot at the Circle K, and the time right now is 5:19 a.m. this Friday morning, and according to weather-atlas.com, the sun will rise today at 7:09 a.m. That's 1 hour and 50 minutes from now, and the sun will set later on this evening here in Tampa at 7:52 p.m. So today, Tampa will enjoy over 12 hours, 43 minutes of daylight. I had a wonderful day yesterday. I enjoyed a fantastic breakfast at the McDonald's. I had a big breakfast with 2 or 3 refills of coffee. I had enjoyed wonderful weather. The weather was just fantastic here in Tampa, Florida, Thursday, the 9th of April, 2026. Beautiful day, sunny, clear skies, not a bit of rain, and a light breeze all day. And I made a fantastic money all day. So I had a wonderful day. Unfortunately, I didn't hit my goal of 100 trips this week. I had that deadline for that quest was, this morning at 4 a.m. And I didn't hit my goal. As of about 7:30 or 8 o'clock last night, I was at 91 trips. And my plan for this quest was to sign off the app and take this required 6-hour break and then sign back on early this morning. Well, just as I was signing off the app last night, it recommended me that I do a software update. And I did that. Well, for whatever reason, that software update caused another hour to be added to my time with my delivery. So when I signed back on this morning, even though I had run out the timer, I had worked enough time to force myself into a 6-hour break. It added an hour on to that time. So it only would have allowed me to drive another hour and then force me into another 6-hour break. Well, that would have prevented me from having enough time to get those extra 9 trips in, which would have been hard enough to do anyway. I only had about 3 hours to do that. Between 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. I only had a 3-hour window, which I would have possibly done it. It still would have been very difficult to do. So that software update may or may not have prevented me from reaching my goal, but in any event, I didn't hit the 100 trip mark, so I didn't earn that extra $553 for this week, which is a bit of a bummer, but life goes on. Ultimately, I did everything in my power, everything I could have done to reach that 100 trip goal. I can't be too upset with it about it. I'm just disappointed that I didn't earn that extra $553 this week. But hopefully they've got another quest lined up for me next week, and I'll do my best to earn that quest, whatever they require of me. But I've been inside already, and I got my free cup of ice. You see that free ice in my cup? And this morning I grabbed this peach tea flavor of the Monster Rehab Revive, Refresh, Recover. And with today being April 10 and this can saying A2622, this can was made January the 22nd of this year, so it's a very fresh can. You've got 9 days left in January, and then you've got the months of February and March. So this can is 19 days and 2 months old. I'm gonna go ahead and get it cracked open here and poured out, most of it poured out anyway. See if it's any good cold. Oh yeah, that's good. It's my least favorite of these flavors. I don't care. Well, it's my second least favorite flavor. The wild berry is my least favorite. And then peach after that. I don't care much for the peach, but it's one of my favorites. I checked out gas prices at AAA and Gas Buddy so I can compare them to the current gas price at this Circle K. And gas is continuing to go down at this Circle K. It's down another 5 cents from yesterday, and it's down 8 cents from the day before. It was $3.97 Wednesday morning. Yesterday morning, Thursday morning, it went down 3 cents to $3.94. Well, it's down another 5 cents to $3.89. So I'm very happy to see that. And gas is continuing to go down at that Circle K that's near the camper where I sleep at night too. So gas is continuing to drop generally in the Tampa Bay area. Very happy to see that. And according to AAA and Gas Buddy, gas is going down. In the average price of gas in Florida has gone down, and the average price of gas in the United States has gone down. Florida has dropped its average price of gas 4 more cents to $4.07, and the average price of gas in the United States has gone down a penny to $4.15. So this Circle K is better than the Florida state average by 18 cents. And it's better than the national average by over 26 cents. And I went into the Uber Eats app. Last night I went in there to record all the tips I earned and to double check on that timer to make sure I had ran out the time on my app. Because that's the only way that it will allow you, or it'll force in that 6-hour window of time that you need to rest. I need to make sure that was in line, and it was, but that dang software update screwed up my plans for this week. And I was a little bit Monday, I got off track a little bit on Monday because of the rain. I think it was Monday or Tuesday. I had to take some time off from my app delivering because of the rain was being so heavy. That kind of cut into my goal of reaching the 100 trips also. But it looks like I've got 2 or 3 people responded to my service yesterday. I went up 3, 5, 8, 11. I got 14 upvotes yesterday. I had 3 people responded that I delivered food to their door. No, 2 people responded that I delivered. I'm screwing this up. 3 people responded that I delivered food to their door with great care. That metric went up by 3 to 741. 2 people responded that I was a friendly delivery driver. That metric went up to 658. I had 2 people respond that I was quick and efficient with my deliveries. That metric went up to 645. I had 2 people respond that I'm a good communicator. That went up to 641. And perfect handoff is still an area of opportunity for me. That went up to 618. So generally speaking, all great things happened for me yesterday. I enjoyed a fantastic breakfast at McDonald's with the big breakfast. I enjoyed wonderful weather here in Tampa, Florida yesterday. Had a great time delivering with my Uber Eats business, and I had a great night's rest, both Wednesday night going into Thursday morning and Thursday night going into this morning. I had a fantastic rest. So all in all, I had a great day yesterday. And I nearly forgot to mention, I bought a new Powerball ticket for the drawing that's going to be held tomorrow, April 11. I played my normal numbers of 14, 22, 25, 37, 49, and the Powerball 23. I bought this ticket at the Circle K near my camper where I sleep at night. I bought it at 8:03 p.m. last night. There it goes. Get another drink of this Monster peach tea. Other than checking out what the sunrise time and sunset time are from that website, weather-atlas.com, I also wrote down what it had to say about weather, the weather today in Tampa, and this is what they wrote. It says, sunlight and clouds will take turns dominating the sky. Rain is not anticipated. The high will be a moderately hot 84 degrees, and the low and enjoyable 61 degrees. You will see partly cloudy skies with winds out of the northeast at 12 miles an hour. Humidity will be relatively low at 59%. So it's going to be another beautiful day here in Tampa, Florida, according to weather-atlas.com. And then I asked Meta AI about the weather, and this is how it responded to my question. It says, Tampa weather is looking pretty great for Friday, April 10th, with winds out, with highs in the mid 80s and lows in the low 60s. It's going to be generally sunny with very few clouds in the sky. I also wrote a summary of the weather that was provided from Fox 13 Tampa Bay. They had meteorologist Dave Osterberg on there. He said that rain, for the most part, has moved out of Tampa Bay this Friday, and through for the next, Tampa Bay is going to be relatively dry with very little rain over the next 6 days, including today. Expect a high of 84 and a low of 65 overnight going into Saturday morning. And that's pretty much the extent of the forecast that Dave Osterberg gave, meteorologist Dave Osterberg. And of course, I wrote down all the deliveries I completed yesterday. I believe I had 25 customers because I ended up with 91 and I needed 34 more trips. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I had 25 customers yesterday, and I did those 25 customers in 17 trips yesterday. I started out the day, trip number 1 was a Starbucks order. I picked up Starbucks from the Fletcher and Telecom location for Andrew. Andrew was generous and tipped me nearly $6, and I earned a fare of $2 for delivering that Starbucks. So I made $7.97 for delivering Andrew's Starbucks order. Thank you so much for the $5.97 tip, Andrew. I really appreciate that. Thank you. You were kind, generous, and thoughtful. After dropping off Andrew's Starbucks order, I went on trip number 2 for Tony. Tony wanted donuts and coffee picked up from the Dunkin' Donuts on McIntosh Road. He was generous and tipped me $4.78. Thank you, Tony, for that nearly $5 tip. And I earned a fare of $6.29, so I made $11.07 for delivering Tony's Dunkin' Donuts order. Thank you so much for that, Tony. Thank you, Tony and Andrew, for the generous tips. After that, I went on trip number 3 for Sarah. Sarah had a Cracker Barrel order from the store on Lazy Days Boulevard. Sarah was very generous and gave me a big tip yesterday, $8.67, and I earned a fare of $2, so I made $10.67 for delivering Sarah's Cracker Barrel order. Thank you so much, Sarah. You were very kind and generous. I really appreciate that tip. You didn't have to tip me, but you did, and I appreciate that. After dropping off Sarah's Cracker Barrel order, I went on trip number 4 was a single for Alan. Alan wanted breakfast picked up from the McDonald's on McIntosh Road. Alan was very generous and tipped me $7.91, so I made $9.91 for delivering McDonald's breakfast to Alan with a fare of $2. Thank you so much, Alan, for the nearly $8 tip. Really appreciate you, Alan. That was kind and generous of you. And you helped me potentially get to my goal. I didn't reach my goal, but you helped me earn more trips towards that goal I was hoping for yesterday. So thank you for that too, Alan. I appreciate you. After dropping off Alan's McDonald's breakfast order, I went on to pick up trip number 5, which was a Home Depot order. This gave me my biggest hope for reaching my goal. I had 5 orders picked up. I picked up 5 orders at the Home Depot yesterday, and that really it gave me some hope for reaching that goal of 34 trips yesterday, even though I didn't do it. I delivered Home Depot orders for Lonnie, Sophie, Richard, Ivan, and Rob. I made $38.40 for delivering those 5 orders from the Home Depot, and that by far was my best paying trip of the day. So thank you, Lonnie, Sophie, Richard, and Ivan, and Rob, for that the fares I earned from you for delivering your Home Depot orders. Really appreciate you, and I appreciate the fantastic paying trip I had from you. So $38.40 was fantastic. Really happy to pick that order up in that business. Thank you so much for that, Lonnie, Steve, Sophia, Richard, Ivan, and Rob. After dropping off Rob's Home Depot order, I went on trip number 6 for Natty. Natty wanted breakfast from the McDonald's on 56th Street. I earned a fare of $9.09, and I got a tip from Natty of $2. So I made $11.09 for delivering that McDonald's breakfast order. Thank you, Natty, for the tip and the fare I earned from you. Really appreciate that. After dropping off Natty's order, I went on trip number 7 for Steph. Steph wanted Joyce's Sandwiches Shop on Martin Luther King. I earned a fare of $6.09, and Steph tipped me $1, so I made $7.09 for delivering that Joyce Sandwich Shop order from Martin Luther King. Thank you for the fare and the tip, Steph. I really appreciate that. After that, I went on trip number 8 was a Walgreens order. I picked up a Walgreens order for Tom from the 56th Street location. Tom tipped me $4, and I earned a fare of $3.09. I made $7.09 for delivering that Walgreens order. Thank you, Tom, for the fare and the tip. I appreciate that. After that, I went on to pick up Ice Spice Cafe from Trout Creek. I made a fare and tip equaling $5.06. Thank you, Lucia, for that $2 tip and the $3.06 fare I got from you. Really appreciate that. After that, I went on trip number 10 for Daisy. Daisy tipped me $4.95, and I earned a fare of $2. I made $6.95 for delivering Daisy's Arroyo Thai restaurant order from Wesley Chapel Boulevard. You didn't have to tip me at all, Daisy, but I appreciate, and you did, but so I appreciate that. I made a nearly $7 earnings from that trip I made. Really appreciate the tip of nearly $5, Daisy. Appreciate you. After dropping off Daisy's Chinese order, I went on trip number 11 for Maddie. Maddie tipped me $5.84, and I earned a fare of $2.18. I made $8.02 for picking up a Courier Saver order from a salon on State Road 56. Thank you so much for the fare and the tip, Maddie. I really appreciate that. After dropping off Maddie's Courier Saver order, I went on trip number 12 for Jose. Jose had a Taco Bell order to be picked up from Gaul Boulevard. Jose's fare was $2, and he tipped me $2.04. So I made $4.04 for delivering Jose's Taco Bell order. Appreciate that, the business and the tip I earned from you, Jose. After dropping off Jose's order, I went on a double. This was a Walmart order. I picked up Walmart orders from the Walmart on Gaul Boulevard, Kenny and Charlotte. They tipped me $12 and I earned a fare of $2 for picking up that order. So I made $14 for that Walmart double. That was a very generous tip out of you, Kenny and Charlotte. $12 tip. Thank you so much for that. That was more than I can expect for a double. So I really appreciate you. Very generous and kind and thoughtful. Kenny and Charlotte. After dropping off Charlotte's Walmart order, I went on trip number 14 for Karen. Karen had Sergio Restaurant on Florida State Road 54. Karen was generous and tipped me $3.90 and I earned a fare of $2. So I made $5.90 for delivering Karen's Sergio Restaurant order. Thank you so much for that, Karen, for the nearly $4 tip. I really appreciate that. Then I went on a double. I went on a couple doubles in a row, it looks like. Yeah, trips number 15 and 16 were doubles. I picked up Shanghai from Island Boulevard for Will, and then I picked up a Chipotle Mexican Grill order from State Road 54 for Jay. Will and Jay were very generous and tipped me $13.47 and I earned a fare of $5.20. So I made $18.67 for delivering Will's Shanghai from Island Boulevard and Jay's Chipotle Mexican Grill from State Road 54. Thank you so much for the very generous, the big tip of $13.47, Will and Jay. Appreciate the both of you. Then I ended the day with another double. I had 3 doubles in a row, actually. Kevin and Sean had Five Guys order to be picked up from the Five Guys on State Road 54. They were generous and tipped me $5 and I earned a fare of $5.60. So I made $10.60 for picking up that double for Kevin and Sean from the Five Guys on State Road 54. Well, all I have planned for today is enjoy another wonderful breakfast at the McDonald's. Do this video, of course, which I've gotten that complete. And get as many deliveries in as I can and enjoy another wonderful day of weather here in Tampa, Florida. And hopefully get another fantastic night's rest back in the camper where I sleep at night. So that's about all I've got planned for today. God bless you all, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a wonderful weekend. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend like I'm about to have. God bless you all.